My name is Samantha, and I really enjoy playing The Sims 4 and other Sims games. If you are interested in Sims content, please hit the like and subscribe button. With that being said, let's get into today's build. And also, I just want to say I'm the kind of person that use custom content in my builds. You don't have to, and that's totally up to you if you want to use custom content or not, but I am the kind of person that I choose to use custom content in my build. So always when I start a build, I kind of have an idea of what direction I am going in. I will see an image of a house online, or I will walk by a house when I'm walking, or drive by a house on my way to the store or something, and think I would like to attempt to build that on The Sims. Today I was just totally random though, no real plan or idea when I made the decision to build today. Totally fine with that. I have been building a lot of 2-story homes recently for those Sims that want to have a big family. I recently made a community pool, and I did do a cool starter house a couple weeks ago, but I was thinking more on the lines of, I would like to build a 2-story house. That was the only real plan I had with this, but I wanted it to be just for like a single person or a couple. So I think I'm going more towards a single person for this build than really a couple. I just was unsure on where I was taking this build exactly, to be honest, and it ended up working out just fine, in my opinion. I love building, as I've established before, and I will establish again. Sometimes, though, while I'm building, I really struggle with the roofing and figuring out how I'm going to make the porch. That's a big struggle sometimes, remembering sometimes what to do. But once I get it figured out, it turns out good. I just wish that there was a better way. I know that there's better ways to build stairs, but sometimes I get frustrated with placing a stair because it just acts like it doesn't want to cooperate fully. As I got the porch completed, a plan came to my mind, though, that I wanted to have a glass roof. And I was definitely going to use a chimney, but I was undecided how I was going to build that chimney. So my goal was, I want to have a glass roof, and I want to have a chimney, and then I was either going to make the house brown or green, and I knew I was going to use the custom content possibly. So what I did was, yes, I do use a lot of custom content in my builds. I understand a lot of builders don't use CC in their builds, and that is perfectly fine. Me personally, I don't have an issue with using CC in builds. The only time I don't use CC in a build is if I'm uploading it to the gallery, because I understand not everyone has access to the same CC that I have. When I think of brown or even green houses, or even like the red barn style build that I built, it reminds me of a country house. Now, I grew up on a 32-acre farm, and so I kind of love that kind of style. The green was just not feeling it. I wasn't feeling the green once I started putting it down, and so the brown I actually liked a lot better. And I like to go for the farm look, but I also like to put a modern touch to it. So what I did is I built a area on the side for the chimney. I think the best thing to do is to make the chimney like stick up you copy a third room, and that's the best, like just what I just did. That's the best way to do it if you're gonna do it. I mean, everybody has their own way of building, but that's just how I chose to build this build. And I don't regret it. I like it. So I always find choosing windows is hard too, because I decided to go, like I said, I wanted a more modern look, so I decided to go for the windows that I chose. They are custom windows, I believe, and then I chose the circular windows for up above. Yeah, so with that being said, I'm starting the inside of the house and figuring out the floor plan. And so I chose the kitchen up against the wall. Like, I'm building the kitchen, and the staircase is right beside where the fridge is gonna be. You'll see it in a minute. And this turned out to be a weird shaped house, but I kind of wanted to get that situated before I did any kind of outside work or did any more building on the inside, because it's like that always sucks. You get the perfect build, right, or what you think is the perfect idea of how you want to build, and then the stairs just does not fit right. So I just think sometimes it's best to just put the stairs down first and do the inside, and then go back and do the outside. I chose island seats for my table because it just makes sense in this build, because it's so small to just do that. You don't have to, but that's what I chose. That's what made sense to me. And I'm using Custom Content stools. Now, when I did that, at first, I love pink. Okay, there's no denying I love a lot of pink and purple. But I was like, Samantha, we're not really going for a lot of pink and purple in this house, because I really want to have a more neutral house versus like pink and purple, which is my usual colors. So I went with a lot of whites and browns and light brown, and nothing is complete without a coffee maker, a popcorn machine. So I added a dishwasher. Now I'm trying to figure out, I'm using a Custom Content seat, and then I put a TV up, so it's like a small little living area. So and I put a gaming thing in there, so perfect for somebody that's a gamer. And I used some Custom Content paintings that I had. I think this is a really cool idea. A really cool build. It come together nicely, in my opinion. Yeah, I was definitely going for a different look than what I normally build, because usually, if you've seen my builds, they're usually like hot pink. And this, I wanted to put a desk right there, but it's like kind of hard because it's a really tight spot. So I ended up turning the desk around, because what if she just wanted to sit in the corner, or he, and they want to get on the computer? So I built a desk in that corner, put a little wall art in the kitchen, and then I moved upstairs. So I'm trying to figure out at this point how am I gonna do this? Because it's a little odd shaped house, and the bedroom at first just wasn't what I was wanting. It didn't add up. I was wanting to put the bed up against the wall, of course, but it didn't fit right. So I was going to make a bigger bathroom than what I did, but I ended up settling for a smaller bathroom, which is okay, because it turned out just fine. Yeah, And that's fine, because she can lay like that. He or she doesn't have to, he or she doesn't have to, it doesn't have to be, you can have it up against the wall. And I think 2 people can get on the bed still. I think they updated that to where more than one person, even if it's up against the wall, and even if it's not, it's fine. It'll be fine. I'm using a custom content door. Both of them are custom content doors. I was gonna go for pink, but then I thought, what if it's a guy? Okay, and then what if they don't like pink? What if they like green and blue? So I decided to go, since I wanted to go with green on the outside, but it just didn't turn out right. I decided to go greenish wallpaper upstairs. And I love that. I love the custom content rugs that I have. And of course, no house is complete without an easel. And I went with a green desk. I like that desk. That's from the high school years. So I've got like a little bit of pink downstairs, but mainly this is like a lot of greens, a lot of white, a lot of brown. It's just cool. I really wanted to challenge myself with this build, to be quite honest, because usually like I make really big builds and I don't usually go small. I mean, I've had like a starter home, that's one thing. There's certain things that most starter homes have, but I don't usually do a small house if it's not a starter home. I usually just do, mostly when I build family homes. I'm used to just doing homes for the 100 baby challenge, or somebody that's doing a family build. That's usually what I do when it comes to building. I don't usually go for the small single life. And this actually was challenging, but it was cool. I decided to leave the hallway, the curtains off, because I was like, okay, what if they don't want curtains in the hallway area? What if they just want an area that they can just look out the window? And so that's what I did. Curtains everywhere. So that was pretty cool. Sometimes you don't always have to have curtains up, and it's okay not to. Sometimes I put curtains up and sometimes I don't. The purpose of a house is for you to add to it later sometimes. It doesn't have to be, the sim that lives there is gonna want to add to it. And for me, I wanted to put a tree in front of the house. I thought that would be perfect. And then I decided after a few seconds that I was going to have a lot of trees in the backyard. I used the bush shrubs in the front of the house a lot, and even in the back. But then I decided after I got it done that I was just going to put the trees in the back because it looks better. So that's what I was going for with this build. I was thinking more of the along of the lines of country vibe, but also like woodsy vibe, because brown is woodsy, so is green. So I was thinking woodsy or country, but also I wanted to give it like modern amenities, like a nice dishwasher or just a nice house on the inside. It's not super nice, like not super expensive, but it's something where whoever lives there is happy. And nothing really is complete without gardening, because they can sell, what if they want to live off the grid or something, or they want to garden, they've got gardening plots to do that. So I think that this turned out perfect as far as that goes. I didn't do a lot of landscaping. I just was mainly wanted it to be just kind of a basic house, but also something that looked pretty, and so that's what I was really going for with this build. Well, as always, I really enjoy coming on here and building and showing people what I like to do, and also just being able to just have fun. I find it fun, and I really look forward to doing more builds in the future, and so I will see everybody in the next build. Hope everyone has as great of a day as what I have. Bye!